Lisa Gotzinger joins us from Potosi, Wisconsin. She's the mother of 3 beautiful children, Katie, Kyle, and Kaylin. Heartbreak struck her and her family on February 12, 2016, when her only son Kyle died here at UIHC following a tragic accident. Since his death, Lisa has channeled her grief into being better and giving back in Kyle's memory. With the help of her family, affectionately named Kyle's Crew, they've worked with others in their small community to create events and scholarships to continue Kyle's legacy of loving and giving. Kyle was a light in this world and a true hero through his gifts of organ, eye, and tissue donation. Lisa.
Thank you. So this is my first time at the Iowa Donor Memorial and Healing Garden, and I just wanted to say we're very happy to be here with my family today. And I'm always so honored when I'm asked to speak about my son Kyle. Kyle passed away a little over 3 years ago at the young age of 19. And there are no words to express these last 3 years without Kyle. It's still on a constant roller coaster of emotion consisting of daily highs and lows. Because you see, each blessing that continues to happen in my life since Kyle has been gone always carries a bittersweetness with it, because Kyle isn't physically here to share them with me or our family. His oldest sister has graduated from college and married her high school sweetheart, and his youngest sister has graduated from high school and is finishing her first year of college. All of these amazing things happened, and all of these wonderful family pictures were taken, and all these family moments were shared, but our precious Kyle was missing because he watches from above now. I could talk about Kyle for days and still never be able to share all the amazing things he was and did and what he stood for. He was my middle child, and as his eulogy written by his aunt stated, he was the naughtiest but nicest guy you will ever meet. He was kind of like a Sour Patch Kid, which is a candy, and ironically one of his favorites, because one minute he was sweet and the next minute he was somewhat sour. His nickname was Gibby, and he was funny, and he had the craziest high-pitched laugh that just hearing it would make you start laughing. And he was a big red-headed teddy bear who gave the warmest bear hugs to those he treasured and loved, especially those pretty girls that used to hang on him everywhere he went. Kyle loved being outdoors and was extremely adventurous, and from little on he had no fear. He would try anything at least once. And I've always said since his death, I believe his soul knew his time here on earth was short, and Kyle was going to try everything and live life to the fullest, which he did every single day. He loved his family and friends deeply, and if he could do something for somebody, he would. He worked hard, and he played hard. And I miss every single thing about him. I miss that beautiful crooked smile, and I miss those mischievous blue eyes, and I miss all those freckles he had, and I miss his voice, and even the way he would roll his eyes at me if I was getting after him for something. I miss him picking on his sisters and wrestling with his younger cousins. I even miss tripping over his big shoes that he used to leave in the middle of the room. And I miss the smell of that cologne that he literally would bathe in because he had to smell good for the ladies when he went out. And most of all, I miss seeing him every single day and not knowing all the things he could have become if he could have just stayed with us longer. On February 12th of this year, it was the 3-year anniversary of Kyle's death. And I wondered how I survived 3 years without him. Because you see, the day Kyle died, it felt like my life was over, and there would be no more smiles on my lips, no more laughter in my heart. I was completely broken with no idea how to move on. But yet, here I was, 3 years later, living life, smiling, and even laughing, all the while keeping Kyle's memory so closely in my head and in my heart. How, I asked myself. And I realized it's because I love Kyle so much. I wanted to live for him and keep his memory and his legacy alive. This amazing legacy that he made through his decision to be an organ donor. My sweet Kyle, my big hero, saved lives because 4 months before his accident, he decided to become an organ donor. We, as his family, upon his passing, honored his wishes. And if Kyle could do such a generous thing as that, then I owed it to him to be better, not bitter. I want to live like Kyle. And as I started to receive the information about Kyle's organ donations, and then later the letters from the recipients that Kyle had saved or made life so much better for, it was the saddest and happiest I've ever felt in my life. It's such a combination of these two emotions at one time that words, again, cannot describe it. I was so sad that Kyle had left us, but I was so happy that others benefited so greatly from Kyle's gifts. It brought me a calm that still exists today. And while my heart will be forever broken from losing Kyle, I just feel that the pieces seem a little less jagged knowing what he did, and the knowledge that his wonderful gifts have given a 21-year-old the rest of his life to live with a new heart beating in his chest, and a 60-year-old man improved sight to see all the beauty that this world holds through his new corneas. It makes my heart swell with pride that my son did this. Of course, I'm human, and I wish none of this had ever happened. I wish our family wasn't the ones who were chosen for this loss. But seeing the other side from the donor recipients and their families' perspective, especially having the honor of meeting Kyle's heart recipient this last year, you know what? They wish the very same thing. But however, life doesn't work that way, and bad things happen to very good people. I could not change that Kyle was not going to live longer than his amazing 19 years, but he sure could change that another person could live longer. Knowing that his heart still beats and his eyes still see gives me immense comfort on my most painful moments and days, even with tears running down my face, and wishing I could just see him and hold him one more time. I can always think of Kyle's donor recipients and how because of Kyle, they are living life to the fullest. I mean, how can that not bring a smile to your lips and your heart? All because of my child, my beautiful Kyle. He lives on. So just a few things I want to share that I've learned since losing Kyle. Family is absolutely everything. Smile and laugh. It really does improve your day. Never take a moment in this life for granted. Enjoy every single moment you get to the fullest. Always be kind. Everyone is fighting their own battles or their own sadness. Don't add rude words or actions to that. Always be humble. Always take time to smell the roses and see the beauty of this world. Leave your community and your world in a better place than you found it, just like Kyle did. Say I love you every single chance you get. And most of all, always remember, you can do the impossible when you've been through the unimaginable. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa, for helping us get to know Kyle a little bit.